Okay, hello. Two back to back. Hi, it's video 927. Uh, this will be a breast update in a way, but also some other stuff. Um, I got my mammogram done on Thursday, which was good, and found where my other mammogram went, my old one. And so as of yesterday afternoon at about 3:30, um, I have done everything that I need to do. It is really up to God, as they say. It is out of my hands at this point. I've got the letters have been written and sent, received. Mammogram has been taken, and it's up to them to review it and see if I have cancer or whatever else they want to do, and for the surgeon to then get those results and see if everything's okay with them, they feel comfortable. And then at that point, the scheduler, will find a date that's the surgeon is free and then try and, book I don't know, the facility, wherever they're going to do it. It doesn't really matter, but it's out of my hands. It's out of my hands, you know. So that's kind of good. It's kind of good. Puts my mind at ease. Um, but I wanted to share a little bit because I had another chat with my mom, and I'm not sure why. It reminded me of the conversation I had with my mom when I was about 19 years old. Maybe I was 21. I'm trying to remember, when did alcohol enter my life? When I was 21. Well, it was before I was drinking, so this would have been like 19, 20. Young, very young adult. And I was so happy that I had finally put a name to my feelings. I knew I was transgender. I was talking to a counselor. I was I had reached out to TriS, the Society of the Second Self in Atlanta, and I was on my way. Therapy, la 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 la, euphoria, whatever you want to call it. I guess now we call it gender euphoria. Uh, and my mom just she couldn't grasp it. She could not accept it, but she kind of wanted to. She could definitely tell I was happier than I had ever been. For me, it was a good thing, and I wanted to share it. But she had issues with it. She wasn't. It wasn't an overnight, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you" type thing. So much like I shared with you, I let my mom know, and hey, and I got my mammogram done, so it's out of my hands now, just kind of waiting. And she said, "Well," she said, "this is going to take me a while to get used to." And I said, "Okay." She said, I just, here you are putting yourself at risk, attacking your body." And I just kind of listened, and I said, "Okay." And she said, I just don't know. I don't understand it. Da, 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 da. And I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, thank you for sharing with me." So at that point I felt like, oh my gosh, did I make a mistake um, in telling her? And I don't know. I think in some ways, um, there's something good about preparing someone, at this point, my mom, you know, I don't think I'll see my mom probably for another 2 or 3 years. Um, you know, so it's not like she's going to be here tomorrow, or next year or next month. So I would assume that probably, if I was to go to plan, 6 months to a year to get on the surgeon's schedule, it's possible my mom may see me one more time um, before I have top surgery. But it's possible she may not, you know. And so her whole thing of she has to get used to, she may never see me. I mean, not to be, uh, I'm not trying to be flippant, but my mom is in her 80s, and, you know, the good Lord could take her home, call her home at any moment. And so, you know, it's not a thing of, well, can you wait till your mom passes now? Um, you know, she's not in my life. She's not here. I live in Indiana. She lives in Utah. We're not going to see each other at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I think she'll have time to adjust to the idea. You know, but I guess I wanted to share that as kind of, this is my one transit middle age. This is kind of my one experience. Obviously, I don't need my parents' permission. Um, they're not going to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm on my own otherwise. Um, would it be nice for her to say, "I'm so happy for you"? Yes. Um, it's got to be a challenge. I kind of thought about this with with Katie, my daughter. Um, today I took her to the coffee shop to meet her friends, and when I'm driving her somewhere where I'm going to meet her friends, I do try to up my game a little bit. I do, wear clean clothes. I put on a little bit of makeup. I brush my hair. You know what I mean? Like, I want to present on a certain level that maybe I don't normally do because it's her friends. You know what I'm saying? And how is it going to be, you know, going from being kind of flat to being have boobies? I hope I have boobies. You know what I mean? Like, how, not a matter of is it fair, but you know, it may take my daughter time to get used to. It's going to take me, I assume, it takes you time to get used to them. Maybe I have a couple friends I could ask, you know. Um, you know what I mean? Like I hope there's a difference, I wouldn't be doing this if it was not a difference. But, kind of as it took some to get used to. I thought about the other day with my daughter. Um, I've taken to wearing, it's on the floor, unfortunately. I gotta sew it up, but loungers now, women's loungers. They're, big, uh, kind of what I guess we would call muumuus. Um, you know, that are just, they're fun to, it's a dress, is all it is. Just a flowing dress. But is it weird for Katie, who's gotten used to seeing me in a t-shirt, and I always wear a skirt. I mean, I don't wear shorts, I don't wear pants, but to see me in a dress, you know what I mean? It's a different, it's a different level of presenting as a woman, as female. Although women don't have to wear skirts, right? But again, for my mother, can she see me like, and granted, this isn't going to be a one size fits all idea. I think each of us might have something that's important to us about our transition. You know, jewelry is an example. Okay, I don't wear jewelry. I don't. I have my ears pierced, but I don't wear earrings. I don't wear a necklace. I don't bracelet. About the only this is kind of my trademark is a scrunchie on my wrist. That's my bracelet. Um, you know, I would imagine as I like my scrunchie, there would be a transgender woman, who might enjoy wearing earrings or a necklace or a thing in their hair, like things that maybe we were denied. Hang on, I got my son next to me. Things that we could not have done before we transitioned that we can do now. And having breasts has always been what I wanted. I mean, it probably goes without saying for transgender women. That's kind of um, it doesn't make you a transgender woman. Breasts do not make the woman, but if it's important to you, it's your body. You get to do what you want to do. And it must be very hard. Like I said, it must be I'm trying to imagine if my daughter came to me and said, I think I'm a transgender man, you know, obviously I would support her in all she did, but it would take me a period of time to adjust. You know, as groovy as I think I am, as supportive as I think it, again, it would take me some time just to adjust. But I would be happy. I would hope that she would be as happy as I am now in the decision I made to transition. You know what I mean? Like I want her to be happy, and I guess maybe that's where there's somewhat of a conflict of feeling selfish being transgender and feeling selfish because you're taking care of yourself when for so long we denied ourselves to appease other people. So then we seem selfish, but we almost are selfish because we are taking care of ourselves. But if we don't, we die or we kill ourselves. If we're not happy, don't we deserve to be happy too? Um, so I don't know, babies. I'm still trying to figure this out. Like I said, her comment to me, this is the most aggressive she's been with me. You're attacking your body again, you know. She was somewhat similar, and I guess why? I guess I don't remember her putting up much of a fight about GCS though. I mean, when I went to the doctor's office and they were like, you have to get a letter for breast surgery, I looked at them and I said, I've had GCS. Do you think I'm going to change my mind? You know, like, you know, to me that was the highest mountain to climb. Um, you know, cutting up your penis is a one-way deal, Um, you know what I mean? If that's a commitment, you know, getting breast implants should be, I think, a little easier. Don't What do you think? It's one of my sons. He usually keeps to himself. But anyway, So that kind of, like I said, that was kind of my experience this morning, was my mom saying you're attacking your body again, which is very, again, it's good that we're honest with each other. If she wasn't happy with what I was doing, I would much rather her be honest. But, you know, I live with my body 24/7. She doesn't, I mean, other than the pictures I take with my phone, she doesn't know what I look like. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't see me every day. She's not around me every day. And I think as she's going further and further into Alzheimer's, you know, I can't, I can't, I can't, I can't entertain the idea of not doing it to appease my mom, if that makes any sense. I kind of feel like people need to adapt to me. And if they don't like me, then they don't like me. I'm still going to be me. But anywho, I just kind of wanted to share that. It's some of the things that have been on my mind. Luckily in my job, I work from home, and they only see me from like here up anyway. So it's not like, oh, geez, you had breasts, And of course, what do I know? You know, oh, Karen's going to be out of the office for 2 weeks. Well, maybe I'm on vacation. You know what I mean? I don't know. I almost didn't say anything. I almost didn't put it on Facebook, but you know, uh, uh, but it's something that's going on in my life. It's something that's happening to me, and it probably will be, you know, we don't know how things are going to turn out exactly, but when you see me in person, I mean, I hope you'll see a different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing it for me, uh, but I want other people, not to say, oh, you got bigger boobs, but the goal is to have bigger boobs. I mean, or have boobs, period. You know what I mean? If as long as I'm happy, I think that is the undertone of it. But you know, uh, there is something for me as far as identification, um, how I want to appear, my presentation. Um, I want to be, you know, almost not dirty, but some of the romance novels that I've read, you know, um, um, I want someone to be intimate with me. And there's some things that you can do if you have boobies, or things that can be done to you if you have boobies. So, um, you know what I mean? It's like, uh, I don't know. I feel like I'm walking on thin ice now. I don't want to offend anybody, and I want to be honest. Um, and I won't know till I have them. You know. Well, what if you regret them? Well, get them taken out. You know. Um, it's like buying a car you don't like. Um, but yeah, now that I think about it, I think my mom did use somewhat similar terminology. You're attacking your body when I had GCS. It took her a while to get used to it, um, because it is such a personal, you know, you can't tell if you're pre-op. Um, you don't walk around naked anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I can remember What did I used to do before I was when I was a pre-op and we'd go swimming, let's say. Um, I wore a pair of really tight guys speedos and tucked myself and I put that on and then I put on the women's bathing suit. There are things you can do if you're conscientious of that. And so, I think from my mom's point of view, well, why do you have to destroy your penis? Da 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 da. I mean, she's not going to understand. Someone who's not transgender is probably not going to understand. Not that they need to, but each of us has, like I said, some of us, some transgender women are conscientious about their nose shape. Some of them their throat, their Adam's apple. Everyone has. Everyone should have the freedom to do what they want to do. It's their life, and I guess that's probably goes without saying. But anyway, so update out of my hands. Some resistance on the family front, and that's where we are. So on that note, I'm going to sign off because I've really run out of stuff to say. But I wish you the best of luck becoming your authentic self. Bye bye.